Welcome back to the Takeout Political Panel time. Kevin Sheridan, Hyma Moore. Kevin's a Republican, Hyma's a Democrat. We'll skip the titles. They're both legends. I want to play for you sound from Politico's interview with President Trump. Dasha Burns did it. Asked about Nicolas Maduro, the current dictatorial leader of Venezuela. Listen.
So how far would you go to take Maduro out of office?
I don't want to say that,
But you want to see him out?
his days are numbered.
Can you rule out an American ground invasion?
I don't want to rule in or out. I don't talk about it.
Kevin, his days are numbered. That sounds pretty ominous.
Yeah, that's some news that he's not ruling anything out, but he's really not saying all that much new. He's just kind of leaning in.
Is there any potential?
We're creeping towards possible action on the ground.
Is there any potential division within MAGA or America First over this? The idea of going into another country and trying to oust a regime change, maybe for
It's hard to say because
oil?
he really hasn't made the case yet of why we'd be doing this. Obviously, his days are numbered. We want him out. He's illegitimate. Those are official positions of the United States right now, as they've been for a while. But he would have to make a strong case for why using actual direct action on the ground or from the air inside of Venezuela is in the
national
best interest of the nation.
Yeah, look, I agree with Kevin. Look, I think what we're seeing right now is the president is exercising a lot of power right now. And what we're seeing over the next couple of weeks is the Supreme Court's going to give him a little bit more power. So what he's trying to do is test and see how far he can go.
Dasha also asked the president if there was anyone other than him who could inspire within Republican ranks the enthusiasm that he does. It's an interesting answer. Watch.
I hope so. I don't know. You never know until they're tested. You know, it's like you jump in the water, you can swim or you can't. Some people can swim and some people can't. You never know. Your question's such an interesting question. You never really know until they get tested. I hope so.
Sounds kind of vague. Like there's really nobody in my class.
I mean, look, to a certain extent, he's correct.
He's earned that right, I
he's
suppose.
Earned that. And we've seen this president come from never doing politics to being probably one of the most famous and in some ways powerful presidents in history. And so I think he's right. We don't see it yet. I think MAGA is starting to have those little factions. Marjorie Taylor Greene and others are starting to sort of wedge their own lane, but we don't see that just quite
And
yet.
of course, J.D. Vance, the vice president, Marco Rubio, the secretary of state and national security advisor. Kevin.
Yeah, he's always had good things to say about both of them, and he's been non-committal to both of them. I think it's JD's to lose probably at this point, and I think that the dream ticket that every Republican right now wants is those two.
Oh, put them together.
Yeah. And,
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
But there's going to be challengers. I think Ted Cruz is probably going to get in. I think there'll be others, and they'll have to test them because that's honestly the best thing for them probably to get really.
And as Trump would say if he were sitting here, no one's been tested as I have.
Look, and Nikki Haley wants to come back, I'm hearing. So we'll see.
She always wants to come back. She never doesn't want to come back. I want to play for you sound from last night. Jasmine Crockett getting in the Senate Texas race on the Democratic side. Much to the delight, and we'll talk with Kevin about this, to Republicans. Listen.
There are a lot of people that said, you got to stay in the House. We need our voice. We need you there. And I understand. But what we need is for me to have a bigger voice.
Kevin, size up Jasmine Crockett as a potential statewide candidate for the Senate in Texas.
I think she'd be a great candidate for mayor of Chicago or New York, maybe, given the way that they've been voting. But I don't see her politics playing statewide in Texas. I know Texas has been a dream for Democrats now for 30 years statewide, and they haven't been able to get it over the top. She's a little radical.
A dream deferred.
A dream deferred. Look, Texas is an uphill battle for any Democrat. Like, I'm very proud of Jasmine Crockett for jumping in the race, and I hope she does well. But we have other Democrats who
James Tallarico still
exactly. And so, look, I think this is going to be something. Texas yesterday had a bunch of changes based on that map, and so there's going to be a lot of energy in Texas, I think.
On the Democratic side.
On the Democratic side. And we're looking forward to what Jasmine and others are going to bring to the table.
And Kevin, very, very quickly, a very complex, a still unresolved Republican primary in Texas for that Senate seat. So that's not a laydown for Republicans in that sense.
No, there's
John Cornyn, Ken Paxton, and Wesley Hunt.
Yeah, there's been some dissatisfaction with the candidates there, with the current senator there, but I think he's probably got enough strength to get over the top in the end.
Dream deferred, or is this the year?
This may be the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope springs eternal. Kevin Sheridan, Hyma Moore, they're legends. I'm glad you're here.